On this section of thinking with flexibility and improving flexibility in your thought processes, we have mentioned the exercise of trying to identify what the fears are that live behind your decision. And in our case, in the here and now, there is the decision as to whether to sell our home that we've had, for 19 years at this point. Is this the year to sell it? My wife, Lindsay, is more inclined to sell it sooner than later. I'm not completely against selling it, but I'm maybe a little more nervous about that transaction.
When we bought the house 19 years ago, the housing market was at a high. And so we actually bought in towards its peak. And then it actually just crashed for a while and the value really, really decreased. We ended up holding it for way more years than we ever intended. And I'm a little bit afraid that although we're doing okay on the value now, that something could happen that brings it down low again, and we'll be faced with the decision again of whether to hold something we don't actually want to hold for even longer than we already have.
And the other side is that it took forever for that market to recover, but over the last, say, 4 years, it has recovered. And so I feel like we're finally getting into that area where the market could serve us quite well, and maybe we are leaving a lot of money on the table by selling it. It's not to say that one of us is right, one of us is wrong, and we actually have a kind of a shared fear or concern. And
we've moved into almost this new phase in our life with Lines on Clay academic journeys, and we love it. We're really excited about it. But the reality is that we're not moving as quickly in our new businesses as we would like, because of ownership of a fairly large property and the amount of time it takes us to maintain it and rent it out. And so there's this shared fear of like, maybe we're actually keeping ourselves from new potentials and new places of development by clinging on to something that has worked for us in the past and honestly provides partial income for us.
Stay tuned, folks.